Welcome to Lecture 4 of Module 1 Basic Concepts of Number Theory and Finite Fields. In today's lecture, we'll learn about the finite fields. Finite fields or Galois field. Galois is pronounced as Galois. The finite field is also known as Galois field in honor of the French mathematician who first studied the finite fields. Finite fields play an crucial role in many cryptographic algorithms. Finite field must be a power of prime p to the power n, where n is a positive integer. A prime number, what is a prime number? A prime number is an integer whose only positive integer is itself and 1. That is, the only positive integer that are divisors of p are p and 1. The finite field of order p to the power n is generally written as gf of p to the power n. Gf stands for the Galois field. Two special cases of interest are there for our purpose. One is where n is equal to 1. So n is equal to 1 means we have gf of p. This finite field has a different structure than that of for fields where n is greater than 1, that is gf of 2 to the power n. Finite fields of order p. For a given prime p, we define the field of order p. Gf of p is a set of integers 0, 1, up to p minus 1 with arithmetic operations modulo p. We have seen in the previous lecture that any integer Zn has a multiplicative inverse if and only if that integer is relatively prime to n. If n is prime, then all of the non-zero integers in Z are relatively prime to n, and there exists a multiplicative inverse for all of the non-zero integers in Zn. So we can add one extra property over here. If there's element w which belongs to Zp, where w is not equal to 0, then Z belonging to Zp such that w into Z is congruent to 1 mod p. This is the multiplicative inverse property. So we can find this inverse using the extended Euclidean algorithm method. Let us take an multiplication example in the field gf of 7. So let me take this multiplication over here and let me write what are the elements. In the field gf of 7, the elements are from 0 to 6. So let me write it as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I'll write the same elements in the column as well. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now let us do the table entry while multiplying. 0 into 0 is 0, 0 into 1 is 0, 0 into 2 is 0, 0 into 3 is 0, 0 into 4 is 0, 0 into 5 is 0, 0 into 6 is 0. 1 into 0 is 0, 1 into 1 is 1, 1 into 2 is 2, 1 into 3 is 3, 1 into 4 is 4, 1 into 5 is 5, 1 into 6 is 6. Coming to this, 2 into 0 is 0, 2 into 1 is 2, 2 into 2 is 4, 2 into 3 is 6. Now coming to the next one. 2 into 4 is how much? 8. But I cannot write 8. What is a field? Field, the elements in the field are 0 to 6. So even here I cannot go out of the field. I have to remain within the field. So I have to do mod 7. 8 mod 7 is 1. 2 5s are 10. 10 mod 7 is 3. 2 6 are 12. 12 mod 7 is 5. Coming to the next column, that is 3. 3 into 0 is 0. 3 into 1 is 3. 3 into 2 is 6. 3 into 3 is how much? 9. Again 9 mod 7 is going to be 2. Then 3 4s are 12. 12 mod 7 is 5. 3 into 5 is 15. 15 mod 7 is 1. 3 into 6 is 18. 18 mod 7 is 4. 4 zeros are 0. 4 ones are 4. 4 twos are 8. 8 mod 7 is 1. 4 threes are 12. 12 mod 7 is 5. 4 fours are 16. 16 mod 7 is 2. 5 fives are 25. 25 mod 7 is how much? 4. Oh, sorry, it is not 25. 4 fives are is 20, right? So 20 mod 7 is how much? 6. 4 6 are 24. 24 mod 7 is 3. 5 into 0 is 0. 5 ones are 5. 5 twos are 10. 10 mod 7 is 3. Next 5 threes are 15. 15 mod 7 is 1. 5 fours are 20. 20 mod 7 is 6. 5 fives are 25. 25 mod 7 is 4. Then 5 6 are 30. 30 mod 7 is 2. 6 0 0. 6 ones are 6. 6 twos are 12. 12 mod 7 is 5. 6 threes are 18. 18 mod 7 is 4. 6 fours are 24. 24 mod 7 is 3. 6 fives are 30. 30 mod 7 is 2. 6 6 are 36. 36 mod 7 is 1. Now we have filled up the table. Now we can get the multiplicative inverse of a number from here. So I'll write it as W and W inverse. What is a multiplicative inverse? When I multiply, say A is a number with some number, that is A inverse, I should get the quotient, the answer to be 1. Correct. This is the multiplicative inverse. Now let me take the number. I'll write 0. Now for 0 I don't have a multiplicative inverse. Let me take 1. So when I multiply what with which number I get 1. So let me see, this I get 1, right? So when I multiply this one with 1, what do I get? I get, when I multiply 1 with 1, I get the result to be 1. So multiplicative inverse of 1 is 1. So next, coming to 2. So when multiply 2 with what I get 1. So I get 1 over here, right? So what is the corresponding element to this one is 4. So multiplicative inverse of 2 is what? 4. Coming to the column 3. 3 here. Corresponding to 3, I get 1 entries over here. So when do I get this one? The corresponding element is 5. So if I write here 3, the corresponding inverse element is 5. Coming to 4, when do I get 1? With what is the corresponding element? It is 2. So 4, what is the corresponding inverse? 2. If I take 5, I get 1 entry over here. So for which particular element I get 1? For 3. So inverse of 5 is 3. 6, where do I get 1? This is a entry 1. For which particular element? For 6 I get it as 1. So inverse of 6 is 6. So this is how I find the inverse. But this is a simple one where we can using this table we can find, but this is not possible for larger numbers. So for that we'll have to go for the extended Euclidean algorithm method. Before continuing with the discussion of finite fields, we need to introduce the subject of polynomial arithmetic. We are concerned with the polynomial in a single variable in x. A polynomial with a degree n is represented in this form, that is f of x equal to an x to the power n plus an minus x to the power n minus 1 plus a1 x1 plus a naught, or summation of ai x to the power I. We can distinguish three classes of polynomial arithmetic. The first one is the ordinary polynomial arithmetic, which uses basic rules of algebra. Next one is a polynomial arithmetic in which the arithmetic on the coefficient is performed on modulo p. Then we have polynomial arithmetic in which coefficients are in mod p and the polynomials are in mod m of x. So first we will see the ordinary polynomial arithmetic. Polynomial arithmetic includes the operation of addition, subtraction and multiplication. These operations are defined in a natural way as though the variable x was an element of x. So addition and subtraction is done by simply adding or subtracting the corresponding coefficients, and multiplying is done by multiplication of all terms by each other. So let us take an example over here and understand this concept in a better way. So we'll consider f of x to be x cube plus x square plus x plus 2 and g of x to be x square minus x plus 1, where s is a set of integers. So let us consider the addition first. So when I add, so I have x cube, so there is no x cube, so x cube, so I have x square and x square, so I get 2x square, then minus x, so minus x, plus 2 and plus 1 will get me 3. Now when I subtract, so when I subtract, what happens? So I have to, when I subtract, it will be x cube plus x square plus 2 minus x square plus x and minus 1. So what do we get? We get this as x cube, x square and x square cancels. So plus x, and this plus 2 and minus 1 will become plus 1. This is the answer for subtraction. Then is multiplication. So when I multiply, I have to multiply each all terms by each other. So I have to multiply x cube into all of this, x cube into x square, x cube into minus x, x cube into 1, then x square into x square, x square into minus x, x square into plus 1, 2 into x square minus 2 into x plus 2 into 1. So when I multiply and add up, I get the answer to be x to the power 5 plus 3x square minus 2x plus 2. This is the ordinary polynomial arithmetic. Previously we have seen the ordinary polynomial arithmetic. Now let us consider the polynomial arithmetic with the coefficients in Zp. Let us consider the elements in which the coefficients are the elements of some field f. Okay, then when polynomial arithmetic is performed on polynomials over a field, then division is possible. Now for our purpose, polynomials over gf of 2 are of most interest. Gf of 2 means what are the elements in this field? They are only 0 and 1. So let us consider one example and understand this better. So here f of x is given as x cube plus x square and g of x is given as x square plus x plus 1. So first let us perform addition. So when we add, so x cube plus x square, then it is x square plus x plus 1. So what is the answer? Now main thing you have to remember, it is over gf of 2. So here this is x cube plus, see, x square plus x square, what do I get? X square plus x square, I get it as 2x square, where this 2 mod 2 will be 0. So this I get it as 0. Then this is x plus 1. So what is the answer for the addition? For the addition, answer is going to be x cube plus x plus 1. This is the answer for addition. Now let us see for subtraction. So f of x minus g of x. So x cube plus x square. So subtraction, what do I write? I write it as minus x square minus x minus 1. So I get here x cube. This and this will get cancelled. This will become minus x minus 1. But again we have to remember the fact that this is mod 2. So I have to get here negative. I cannot write negative there. So minus 1 plus 2 will become plus x. Minus 1 plus 2 will become plus 1. So here you can see the addition and this is a subtraction result. Both are same. So therefore in mod 2 your addition and subtraction are same. This is very important fact. So addition and subtraction in mod 2 are same. So instead of subtracting, you simply add there. That itself is the result. So for addition and subtraction, we got the result as x cube plus x plus 1. Both the results are same. Now let us do the multiplication process. So I have x cube plus x square into x square plus x plus 1. I have to multiply each and every element. X cube into x square is x to the power 5 plus x to the power 4 plus x cube plus x to the power 4 plus x cube plus x square. So what do I get here? X to the power 5. X to the power 4 and x to the power 4. I get 2 x to the power 4. So 2 mod 2 is 0. So this and this will get cancelled out. X cube plus x cube is 2x cube. 2 mod 2 is what again? 0. So this is not there. So x to the power 4 plus x to the power 5 plus x square will be the result for the multiplication. So this is how we do the addition and multiplication over mod 2 or over GF of 2. So now let us perform division also for the same above example. So we have to do f of x by g of x. So here again important thing is this is over mod 2. So f of x by g of x. So g of x is x square plus x plus 1. So here I will write x cube plus x square. So I need to get x cube. I have to take x over here. So x into x square is x cube plus x into x is x square plus x. So now we have already known that addition and subtraction are same. Say I can simply add x cube plus x cube mod 2. So this becomes 0. X square plus x square 2x square mod 2 0. So what will remain? X. Okay. So on division, what is the answer? The quotient is x and the remainder is also x. This is how we perform division. So this is all for this lecture. In the next lecture, we will see the finite fields of the form GF of 2 to the power n.